people, it's that time of the evening again when we bring you another episode of that finger-tapping frenzy that we know and love called WWE SuperCard, featuring me, Big Jim, and my little sidekick with a big heart, Ninja Boy. Now we have got a lot to get through for a day that's not a competition day or an event day or a weekend when there's something actually going on. We've got a lot to get through, believe me. We have got not just Season 1 King of the Ring, a Season 2 King of the Ring. If the results have gone the right way, we've got a WrestleMania Fusion Chamber from Season 1, Long Done Silver and the Pirates, to a WrestleMania Fusion Chamber. On top of that, we've got a thank you to say to somebody. On top of that, as you will have seen, there's not going to be a new tier this week, so I was sitting on 2 games away from getting a ladder reward for a same tier card. As we're not going to get a new tier, I'm going to go for a legendary ladder reward, which is 2 games away. So all of that, right here, right now, with BadLadDad. And you may have noticed something. Yeah, we're father and son. So let's get on with a bit of action. Now it's going to be a bit strange because I've had to tell you the menu. I had to give you the menu up front because some things we can do now and some things I'm going to have to do a little bit later. And I'm either going to have to set the back end of this video to music, or I'm going to be whispering very quietly because basically, as we've been reminded by Ninja Boy's mum, it's very close to his bedtime. So we haven't got time to do a couple of things. So very quickly, let's just whiz through what's going on. Firstly, with Season 1 King of the Ring, bit of a giveaway, as you can see there, Game 2 finished. Having beaten Alberto Del Rio. Looks nothing like Alberto Del Rio. So
he's kind of a fellow Mexican.
Yeah, sort of. This was for an epic, Season 1 epic King of the Ring. So there's going to be 2 epic cards coming as a result of that. Now I wouldn't have minded being in second place because I only need 1 epic card.
Please just get Alberto Del Rio epic.
I just need 1 epic card to do something I was going to do, which was the Fusion Chamber. Long John Silver and the Pirates. Down there in the Fusion Chamber. Because when I pick up that epic card, that looks like some sort of Egyptian dance rather than... Can you not do something that's more relevant to pirates? Okay. Like sort of limp along, pretend you've got a parrot. Oh, that's brilliant! Look at that! It's a porn actor! Right, WrestleMania Fusion. As you can see, I've got Daniel Bryan, who we picked up the other day. For the WrestleMania card, now that that has finished, I have got a... hey, there's Hulk Hogan! I have got... what have I got? So I could stick Natty, or I could stick Andre, or the stop sign. That was my very first WrestleMania card all those months ago. I could stick one of those in. Then there's Survivors, plenty of Survivors that can be chucked in, but one that hasn't got any power in. Got a Legendary I can put in, that's not a problem, but you need 2 epics, I've only got the 1. So, when I eventually get to pick up these rewards, I will be able to do a WrestleMania Fusion. A WrestleMania Fusion.
I heard that. That was funny.
So, but that's obviously not something I can do now, and it may be up to something that I'm going to do when I come back and see you later. Now, in a similar vein, Season 2 King of the Ring, which is at legendary level, this was something I wasn't expecting to get to the final, to be honest, because, as you will see, there's humans everywhere. There's an absolute human fest. And beginning with Ross, and saying hey, King Hoover, who only lost 1 match through the entire league stage and was top of the table all the way through, and there's myself piling in as well, and then Ross saying, don't you do videos, Jim Barnum? It's like, yeah, BadLadDad, hoobity-doobity. So good bit of chat going on, and Cozzy joined in as well, because I said so. And so nice, good bit of banter, but when I looked at everyone's cards, they'd all got the event cards. All got all the event cards. So the best I was looking at was finishing 5th, getting me into a quarter final for 4th and 5th place, and then hoping I could somehow scrape through with a bit of homework on my opponent, see if I could tweak the team a bit and see if I could get through. But what actually happened when it came down to it was 2 things. Firstly, I managed to get myself a joint 3rd with 8 defeats. But I was above the person in 4th place, which was great, because that meant I was going to play someone in 6th, which was going to be a bot. So I was extremely happy with that until the contenders bracket started, and it put me in 4th place again. So in the league table, I was being placed as third and shown as third, that put me in the bum half of the draw with all human beings. And human beings with very good cards. I didn't like the look of that. But because I said so, I don't know if he was at school or at work or whatever, but he didn't get to power up. And he'd obviously playing some sort of 6-man or 8-man band thing, so he'd got a couple of commons in there. So I managed to beat him 3-2 there. And lo and behold, he returned and powered up, but just by the luck of the draw, I beat him. It just pulled the right cards for me at the right time. So I managed to get through the quarterfinals, got to the semis against King Hoover, who, as I mentioned, he'd only lost one game throughout the entire league stage. But what I did notice that he was a bit weak on his tag teams. So I did a little bit of shifties. Did a little bit of a shifty about, and I put a John Cena alongside. So there you can see Naomi came good for me in a Divas match. I put my strongest legendary card alongside Finn Balor in the old tag teamers, and lo and behold, lucky enough, it got pulled out. A bit of jiggery pokery. I won 3-2. I must have some slightly better tweaked stats on my Ryback card than him. And would you believe it worked again? It worked again in the second leg. So I got through to the final. Now into the final where I was playing Ross, who, if you'll remember, was the guy who first said, do we do videos?
And if you did finish...
And Ross, absolutely powerful. Ross has got some good cards. He's legendary pros all the way. He's got all the event cards. Basically, there was no way I was going to do... There's no jiggery pokery there that could be done. No juggling that could be done. So well done, Ross. Well played, mate. Good to see all you guys there. Nice to have a lot of human beings, but I think I'm going to tweak my deck next time and try and not have so many humans, because it's a bit harder. But it does mean guaranteed legendary card. On the downside, I can't collect that yet either. We're still waiting. I think somebody else in the room would like to say something.
If it did put you third, Ross would have beat you in the semis instead. So actually,
you see?
It benefited.
See how these things work out? This isn't it funny?
You think it's bad at first, but actually it works out.
You get drawn against the favourites and you're like, oh no. Well, actually, as Ninja Boy said, in the grander scheme of things, it works out quite nicely. So,
I love hugs.
You love hugs, do you? Right. So, now that puts me on. Should we go and get my legendary card? Or do you want to talk about ring domination? What would you like to do, Ninja Boy? Because I've done a lot of talking. What would you like to do?
Ring dom.
Ring dom. Okay, why don't you show people what's happened to you with your ring domination deck? Go for it.
Here.
I'll stop talking. You take over.
So, epic tier. Yay!
Ninja Boy has reached epic proportions.
And I got a lot of ultra rare pulls in ring domination when I was on ultra rare plus.
Oh, we're not calling it by its right name. It's ring domination. Yeah, that's better. Got to get out your system. Right. Sorry, you were saying. So, what's enabled you to get up to epic tier then? What's changed from last time?
Epic Brock from login rewards and
Yep.
Barrett's pros.
Right. It's a cup of tea. Nice cup of tea.
And obviously another Bray ultra rare pro.
You've been having a bit of a Bray fest, haven't you?
Mhm.
Match of the Bray. Right, my ring domination deck. Just have a quick peek at that. It's not as strong as it could be, even though it is in Legendary Plus. But it's not as strong as it could be because, one, I always like to have a weak card at the bottom. I normally have a couple of weaker cards because that's the cannon fodder you throw in for your first match. But also, both of these, Brock Lesnar and who's the other guy? Was it Randy Orton? Both of those will make more pros for me. I know it's more epic pros. I think I've got now 12 epic pros, and this is adding some even. I don't know what's going on. Any of you caught the last SuperCard video that I did a couple of days ago? Saw I picked up another couple of epics, both forming pros. I'm a very lucky person, I know. So let's see if that luck extends to legendary level. I'm going to play my exhibition. I've got a couple of exhibition matches to play.
Can I play?
I have. Yeah, you go ahead and play as well, mate. Just to keep it going. And so they're all my strongest cards, apart from Brock Lesnar, who, as I mentioned, is there to. Oh, what have I done? I've already touched somebody.
The game did it.
while I was talking. Right, so we're underway. Now, what I did want to do actually was show you my legendary cards so that you could see it along with me whether I'm going to get something I can pro or not.
Or you can do that after this one.
Now, of course, the likelihood is now we're not going to see the new tier. Certainly not this week, not next week, because we need to get through the second part of Heliporto del Rio. So good to have him back. We've missed saying that all through season 1. We're like Heliporto del Rio. See Mexican. So yeah, missed doing that, and so that's going to be 2 weeks. So getting some legendary pros right now will be very useful, because obviously once those, if it's going to be Survivor tier, whatever they call it, once they hit in, obviously there's not going to be too many pros knocking around to start off with, so your legendary pros are going to do the job for you. In a big way. In a big important way. Now, while I'm doing this, I just need to say okay. I was going to say thank you to someone, but actually you're still playing, so I don't want to cut off the screen at the moment. So while you're doing that, I'll just quickly talk through my leg ends. As you can see, there's 3 leg ends. There's mine. Have you got to the end?
Yeah.
Perfect game. Just see what you get. You might pick an epic card while I'm talking. Don't want to steal your thunder.
Epic.
You do your picks, then I'll talk, then we'll do the thank you, then we'll go and pick up this legendary card. Fandumbo!
Okay.
That's Charlotte. Right. Sorry, the stupid jokes continue. So, to get a pro, there's The Rock, there's HBK,
Great pro.
there's Edge,
Great
on this
pro.
day, there's Booker T, there's another John Chenard that I've picked up recently, and of course, Eve would make a nice diva. Now, while I'm going back to play this exhibition match, I just need to say a very big thank you to Super Zombie Barbecue. I don't know if you caught I think it's the second video or the first video. It's the first video, and he came back from his travels in Florida, and he was showing people things that had arrived in the post, things that he'd ordered. While he was doing that, I could see the top of his t-shirt underneath his jacket. I thought, that looks a bit familiar. He was only wearing one of these bad boys. He was wearing the white version. You can get them in all sorts of colours, but mate, absolutely fantastic. Thanks so much for that.
A new jacket.
It's the big reveal. No, we really appreciate that, and it just shows people this is all part of the community. Everyone caring and sharing. We're all caring and sharing, and that's what we love. All you people with all the stories you tell us, all the tweets you send us. Careful, mate. That's what it's all about. So, Super Zombie, BBQ, JB, thanks very much. Really appreciate it. Right, now, let's get on with this legendary card.
I'm just going to watch.
Yes, I suggest you do.
Race. Go.
I thought you were just watching.
Anymore, because I know I'm going to beat you.
Right, okay. I don't think anyone's going to be looking at your side of the screen. I'm not trying to be big-headed or anything, or claim that I'm better than you, but I think on this one occasion, James Mason on the left is going to be far more interesting than the pipsqueak on the right.
Wait, what?
Yeah, what? Who are you calling a pipsqueak?
Yo, what?
Did you see, viewers in the UK may have seen Danny Dyer being interviewed by Jonathan Ross the other day, and Jonathan Ross was saying, why can't you have a Cockney James Bond? It would be, they're talking about having an ethnic James Bond, why can't you have a Cockney James Bond? And Danny Dyer was saying, yeah, I'd love that, mate, I'd love that. And so Jonathan Ross said, okay, let's role play, I'll be Blofeld. And said, so, Mr. Bond. And Danny Dyer went, what? Which is pretty much how my mates speak. Anyway, here we go, 2-0, so it's a win.
Bala.
No, actually, you say Bala, it's already a win. I'm going to stick Lesnar in there just to build his stats up. And this is going to bring us... Ooh, what's it going to be? What's it going to be? What's it going to be? It's a winning hand. Ooh. Boo! Boo! It's Kofi Kingston. That's just who I wanted. Not. Okay, look, it's a legendary card. All legendary cards at this stage.
Legendary Kofi now. I dare you.
All legendary cards.
Hey, look, Biggie.
This is a new day.
Xavier.
Trombone card. Trombone card.
Trombone card.
And it is. It's a trombone.
Well, it begins with the same letter.
It's a tough trombone.
New day sucks.
Okay, that was a bit of a letdown, but don't forget don't forget, I have got a legendary card to pick up from my King of the Ring exploits. So who knows what that could be? It would be quite amusing if it was Kofi. It wouldn't be amusing if it was another member of New Day.
I don't think there's a Xavier or Big E though.
No, it probably isn't actually. No, you think of it.
I think Kofi's the only one.
Right.
Big E doesn't have any good cards.
No, he doesn't, does he? I wonder why that is. They seem to get caught into this problem with these games, where obviously when they were doing season... Mate, it's absolutely boiling. We've got hot lights bearing down on us.
Okay.
When they were doing season 1 of SuperCard, of course they had the Shield, and they didn't realise that by the time the game came out, firstly how popular the Shield were going to be, and secondly how a few months on, just how well all the individuals were going to do in their own right. And of course you've now got New Day have been virtually ignored. There's no Dudley Boys, because again, they'll have been planning this for several months. It's like 2K16, there's no Sasha in 2K16. Because again, when they were developing it 6-8 months ago, she was very much NXT. So that's the problem with these games, but you would have thought they could rectify it a bit more quickly. You know, tweak the stats. FIFA 16, and all the FIFA franchise versions of the game, they always tweak player stats as the season goes on, which is the sensible thing to do when you think about it. Having said that, if you've been throwing out cards and doing things yourself, then obviously they can't start muscling in and changing what you've done, because it might start irritating everyone. So it's a bit of a problem. But it's not our problem to solve, because it's not our game. It's your game, Cat Daddy. It's your game, 2K. You sort it out. Let us know how you get on. Now then, I think we've got just one more thing to mention. Before we went to Florida at the start of September, one of the videos... Are you all right?
Yeah.
One of the videos that is this your fitness campaign? We were intending to do while we were away was a Q&A. We did ask you, good people, if you did hashtag AskBLD, to put down some questions on our YouTube page, and we pick out the 10 best questions and then do a Q&A. Quite a few of you have been clever enough to notice we haven't done that video yet, so don't worry, I have got all the questions from back then. But so that the rest of you who've only just joined us in the last few weeks and a couple of months don't feel left out, today's your chance to ask BLD whatever you want. Doesn't mean we're going to answer all your questions, or even any difficult questions. And don't ask us things like what's the capital of Peru, because that wouldn't make any sense. But what we would like is questions.
I remember now.
Questions about, you know, favourite wrestlers, my job, what Ninja Boy likes to do apart from playing WWE games. You know, it's up to you. You choose the question. We'll then choose whether we answer them. So, hashtag AskBLD down below with your questions, and we'll look to do something over the weekend that we can get up next week for you. Now, I'm going to go away and get this one off to bed, and I'm going to have to leave it about an hour to let those King of the Rings go through their motions, and then when he's asleep, I'm going to come back. I'm either going to whisper or I'll set things to music, so you can see the King of the Ring reward for Season 1, the King of the Ring reward for Season 2, the WrestleMania Fusion, and the Legendary from Season 2, whether it's a pro or no pro, to pro or not to pro. That is the question. Shh. Okay, people, here we are, late at night, ready to collect those rewards, and also to pay that Long John Silver and the Pirates a little visit in the Fusion Chamber. So let's have a look and see what we've got. Now, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go to Season 1. I'm hoping the microphone's picking me up here, because obviously I'm trying not to speak too loudly. Traffic outside's as mad as ever, but of course this is London, so what do you expect? Let's go back to King of the Ring finished. So this will be two epic cards, which will give me enough cards to do our WrestleMania Fusion. So let's just collect claim rewards. Let's see what we get. We get Triple Her and Brock Lesnar. But it doesn't really matter what we get, does it? So we're going to go through with those now. Let's just make sure when I do this. Let's go to my cards. Let's have a look on WrestleMania. Now, as you can see, I've already got The Rock as a pro. That's fine. I've also got a single Hulk Hogan, who's my new avatar on Season 1. They wouldn't let me transfer the card over from Season 1. It's the same as AJ. But I have used Hulk Hogan as my Season 1 avatar, as you probably noticed. So that would make a pro if I got a Hulk Hogan. And then, of course, there's Classy Freddie Blassie. Wouldn't mind him. He'd be cool. And one of the two Divas. So that's what I'd like, rather than just a single WrestleMania card. But what I do need to do is make sure that everything I need to use is unlocked. So, ultra rare. Is that not showing? It's not showing me what I need, is it? Okay. It's going to play Silly Bums. Okay, if it wants to play Silly Bums, let's ignore it. Let's go into the Fusion Chamber. Fusion Chamber Season 1. Fusion Chamber Season 1. Right, I'm hoping everything's unlocked. Otherwise, I'm going to have to fart about a bit. But here we go. Right, firstly, there's Daniel Bryan. Next up, we have... I can't decide whether to put in the Andre, because I've been using him in King of the Ring, or whether to use my stop sign. Oh, I'll use the stop sign. I don't use the stop sign. It's locked. Damn you. Maybe I will use Andre then. Damn it. Let's use Andre. Right, Survivor. We'll use a single Rey Mysterio, I think. A legendary. It's time to say goodbye to Bobby Heenan. Cheers, Bobby. And then if we use Brock and triple her, here we go. Yes, a WrestleMania fusion in 1 minute. This is unheard of. This is fantastic stuff. You can blooming bet your bottom dollar that when it comes to the new WrestleMania fusions, or again whatever they call the top tier, it's going to take a darn sight longer than 1 minute. Look at that, 45 seconds, there's cars racing outside, there's joyriding going on everywhere, everyone's so excited to see what we're going to get. And what do I really want? If you remember, if I get Hulky Hogan, that's going to be a pro. If I get Classy Freddy Blassie, that's cool. I really do miss those Blassie cards actually. And if I get a Diva, that would be nice. So it's down to 20 seconds. And then after we've done this, we're going to go into the Season 2 King of the Ring and pick up my Epic and my Legendary. And we'd laugh, or I'd laugh, I don't know about you guys, maybe you don't find it funny, if we get another Kofi Kingston, having dissed it when it landed a bit earlier. Here we go, here we go. Finishing now, ready? Claim results. Here we go, and we've got... It's a pro! It's the man they can't silence, it's Hulky Hogan! Why do you always get something good when you can't make a lot of noise? Yeah! That's brilliant news. That is absolutely brilliant news. And I will have some more... I'm talking so quietly now because I'm so excited. I will have some more fusions to do. We're not giving up on Season 1. For all you Season 1 diehard fans, we're not giving up on Season 1. Right now then, if you can just cast your minds back to when I was looking through legendary cards earlier, it does tend to look right. So we've got The Rock, we've got HBK, we've got Edge, we've got Eve, we've got Booker T, we've got another Johnny Cena, and now we have Kafai Kingstonian. So let's see what we get from the rewards. Scroll, where are we going? I'm scrolling back up. King of the Ring finished. King of the Ring finished, just, oh, we don't need to, we looked at that earlier, didn't we? Claim rewards. Just claim the rewards, Big Jim. Of course I lost. Don't get an epic, just single legendary. That'll do. Here we go. And we get, look at the one side, Ryback. Okay, it's a different legendary. I'm not going to knock a legendary card. At this stage of the game, I am not knocking a legendary card. Anyway, that's it. Now, this is where it gets weird, because we filmed an ending earlier. So I'm now going to hand back to me and Ninja Boy earlier this evening, and we won't have a clue that we've now got a pro Hulky Hogan WrestleMania card. You better believe it, brother. You better believe it. So there we have it. And I'm not sure what we have, because we've obviously filmed this bit after we did the first bit, and I've stuck another bit in the middle. That's the beauty of editing. So I hope we've had some good fun. But there we have it. Don't forget, if you want to find out what videos are coming out on any particular day, follow us on @BadLadDad. That trophy that he's clutching there is the Mano and Ninja Boyo trophy.
It's mine.
We haven't forgotten about the Harry Potter Suite Challenge. That's going to be the next Mano Ninja Boyo for WWE SuperCard. But before that comes out, there's another Mano v Ninja Boyo FIFA 16 video to come out. Now, if you caught the last one, I'll leave a link to the last one floating around here somewhere. Actually, I'll stick it on the end board.
Probably there.
You can see it on the end board,
Or
and with a bit of a clip and a link through, so you can see the first Mano Ninja Boyo, which was a bit eventful, I have to say. So there's another one of those FIFA 16s coming up, and of course we've got Ring Domination! Yeah! This is what Tex Mexicano, Americano, Mexican Arena, Rano, Alberto Del Rio, Ring Domination. All of that to come. Well, you'd be stupid not to come back and see what we're doing, wouldn't you? Please? Please? See you soon. You didn't really know what to do then, did you?
No. Champion!
He's still saying goodbye. 2 thumbs up. Bit lower because of the light. Big thumbs up.
Champion!
Team photo.